Hey guys, welcome back to Just Piddling Barbecue. Last weekend the temperature was between 25 and 35 degrees, and now today it's 75 or 80 degrees. There's no wonder why I can't kick this cold. But anyway, it's Saturday, no NASCAR, no college football, so for me it's probably the worst time of year as far as sports goes, and finding something on TV to watch. So really there's nothing else to do but get in the backyard, kick up some tunes, fire up the grill, find you a cold drink, and just enjoy the outdoors. Today I've got a whole pork loin, not a tenderloin, but a whole pork loin that I'm going to show you what we're going to do with. I'm not going to cook the whole thing. I'm just going to cut it in half. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the other half, and then we're going to stuff what I'm going to do today with spinach and cream cheese. So it's going to be good. Stay tuned. Alright guys, what we need to do first for this stuffed pork tenderloin is we need to wilt down this spinach. So that's what we're fixing to do right now. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we're going to put the pan on about medium, and we're going to add probably a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and let that heat up. As soon as it heats up, then we're going to put the spinach in it, let it wilt down. Alright guys, I think the oil is hot enough now, so I'm just going to put my spinach in. Now this is 6 ounces of baby spinach. Make sure everybody gets in the pool. Now you just want to let it wilt down. Put a lid on it and let it go for about a minute or so, and we'll check it. Alright guys, they're wilted down. It's been about 2 minutes. Doesn't take long. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Stir it up a little bit. And that's all I need. So I'm going to cut the heat off. Remove this from the heat, let it cool down a little bit so we can put it with our cream cheese. Here's my pork tenderloin. Now when I first got it, it was 10 pounds, 9.8 pounds. And it was twice as long as it is now. But here it is now. Okay, now I cut it in half, and what I did with the other half is right here in this bag I've got 6 1-inch pork chops, and I went ahead and poured some Cajun marinade in here, so now I can put these in the freezer, and now I've got 6 1-inch thick pork chops already marinated, ready to go on the grill. And then the rest of it, on the end part, it really didn't look very good as far as making pork chops, so I cut that into cubes, and now I've got me some cube pork that I can make some carnitas or something like that with. I'm going to try to do that with this. So this is about 4.5 pounds, probably 5 pounds, and this pork loin right here, what I have left, is about 5 pounds. After I did all that, cleaned this up, got some of the silver skin off and all that, then I went ahead and butterflied it, and so that's what you got left with right there. And then I put me some plastic wrap over it, and I got me a mallet and just kind of pounded it down a little bit smoother so everything's kind of the same thickness all the way across, so it'll cook evenly. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the spinach and the cream cheese mixture together, and then we're going to spread it on there. Stay tuned. Alright, first thing is I took the spinach out of the pan, put it on some napkins so it can drain. It holds a lot of moisture, so I want to get some of that moisture out. So while I'm messing with the cream cheese, I want to get some of that moisture out, so I'm just letting it drain on some paper towels. Now this cream cheese, I've already let it come up to room temperature so it's soft and I can work with it. I'm going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, just a skosh. Now for those of you who don't know what a skosh is a little bit more than a smidge. Probably twice as much as a smidge. Start breaking that up a little bit. And I also have probably about a tablespoon of freshly chopped garlic. Go in there with that. Mix all this up. Try to get it broken down. Try to get it where you can work with it smooth and spread it. Now the first thing I'm going to do is put a little Memphis style barbecue seasoning. Rub all the way across. Just to give a little seasoning on the meat before I put the cream cheese mixture on here. You don't have to go too heavy. Just about like that. Now we're going to start spreading the cream cheese on. Alright, now I'm just going to take our spinach mixture and just kind of sprinkle this all the way across. Kind of get it nice and even. I'm going to try to stay away from the ends, because when you start rolling it up, it's going to try to squeeze out the ends. So it's going to press it towards that way anyway. So there's no need to take it all the way to the end. You'll see what I'm talking about when I try to roll it up. Alright, now it's time to roll it. So just start at one end, pick your end. Try to get it nice and tight if you can. All the way through. Just like so. Now, what I'm going to do now is I got some twine and I'm going to tie it up, and then I'll be back with you for the final seasoning. Alright, now that we've got it stuffed with our cream cheese and spinach mixture, got it tied up so it's nice and secure, I'm going to rub it with a little bit of olive oil first. Just drizzle it over the top and rub it in. It's going to help give it a good crush and help this rub that I'm going to put on there adhere to it. Rub it all the way across. Boy, that looks good. Go ahead and get it on the bottom. Now this is the seam right here. So when I put it on the grill, I'm going to put it seam side down. Even though I've got it tied, I still want the pressure of this loin on that seam so nothing comes out while we're cooking. All over. This has a good smoky flavor, smoky scent to that rub. And we are ready to go. All we got to do is get the grill up to temp, and then we're going to put it on. Alright, I'm fixing to go get the grill up to temperature, but keep in mind, along with this pork loin that we're doing, I'm going to be doing some asparagus. I'm going to show you how to do that, how to season it up and put it on the grill. Really simple. And I've got some Hawaiian Rolls that are good on their own, but we're going to kick them up with a little bit of butter, honey, and some Italian seasoning, and we're going to wrap those in tinfoil and put those on the grill too, so stay tuned for that as well. Alright, hey, while we're waiting on the grill to get hot, let's go ahead and do these asparagus. All you want to do is take the woody ends off. I usually go at least that far, just to keep them tender. I'm going to do all these that same way. And I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. Okay. Let me get all these done like that, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, now that I've got them all in the Ziploc bag, we're going to put one more skosh of Worcestershire sauce. And that's exactly a skosh right there. About a tablespoon, maybe a teaspoon of pepper, of salt, and about the same with the pepper. Crack it up. In there, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Wrap it up, shake it up, put it in the fridge until about 20 minutes left in the cook, and throw it on your grill. You got a nice little side right there. Alright guys, the grill's up to temp, and I'm fixing to put it on. Now I'm going on the top rack, indirect. So this side of the grill is off, that side is on that side over there. Now on this side over here, I've taken the grill grate off and I've just got the heat deflector on. I've got 2 chunks of apple wood, just to give me a light smoke. They're already smoking over there. So that's what we got going on there. Now just like in my pork butt video, I'm going in with some water in a drip pan, and then I'm going in again with some apple cider vinegar. It's going to add a little bit of flavor, and it's going to add moisture to the air. And we're ready to go. Close the lid and let it roll. Alright guys, now what we got going on is Hawaiian Rolls. Just like these right here. King's Hawaiian sweet rolls. Got a pack of those. Now they're good just like they are, but we can make them better. Take them like this right here and just crack them on the seams. Right there. The same thing on the other side. And then this way. So you want to kind of make cracks in between each roll so you can get some butter down in there. Just like that. Now, all we do is get our butter, go along and put a little bit in between each one of them. Not too much because you don't want them soggy, but you want enough so you can taste it. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to butter the tops of them real quick. Then we're going to take some Italian seasoning and go over the top of them. Then we're going to take some honey and drizzle right in between each one of those cracks. Just kind of surround each one of them with butter and honey. And a light dusting of Parmesan and Romano cheese. And then wrap them up. Alright guys, this pork loin's been on about 2 hours, cooking at 300 degrees. Fixing to check the temp on it. We're at about 135, so we need about 10 to 15 more degrees to go. That's the perfect time to go ahead and put these asparagus on. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure you get all of them out here. Now we're just going to let them go on the top rack. Nice and easy. Now you can cook them faster if you want to. And if you get to where your pork loin is getting done, ready to go, then you can move it down to the bottom rack. Now what we're going to do on the bottom rack is we're going to go ahead and put our bread on. Right there on the rack, just like it is. Come out here in a couple minutes, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, flip it over. There's the pork loin grilling while we're waiting on it to get done. Show you what we got going on. We got the fire pit fired up over there, and we're getting ready to do some s'mores here in just a little while after we get through with the pork loin. S'mores are going to be for dessert. Alright guys, I'm fixing to check the temperature on it. And we are right at 145. 147. Oh yeah, we need to take this off. I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to foil it, and that's going to let that temperature climb up a little bit more. I'm going to take the asparagus off as well, and I just removed the rolls, and then we'll see you inside. Alright, I've just cut the strings off of it. It's been wrapped and resting for about 10 or 15 minutes now. So I'm fixing to put it on the cutting board and slice it up and see what we're working with. Nice and juicy. It smells great. Look at that. Perfect. And there's a finished plate. We got our asparagus. We got our stuffed pork loin with our spinach and cream cheese stuffing. And we've got some nice Hawaiian rolls that we kicked up a little bit. It's time to eat. Till next time, I'll be piddling.